Coming up on the Tiger Basketball Report, head coach Pat Skerry and I will be discussing the Tigers' latest game against the Retrievers of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And later in the show, we'll look ahead to the Tigers' first conference games of the year as they will take on William & Mary and Hofstra. Stick around, fans. The Tiger Basketball Report begins now. Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome into the Towson Sports Network studios for another episode of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. Last week, the Tigers wrapped up non-conference play with a victory over the final Division I Baltimore College program. The UMBC Retrievers were the victims as the Tigers improved their record to 9-4 and 4-0 against Baltimore City Schools. Let's take a look at the highlights against the Retrievers.
Davis dribbling to his right, feeds back to his left. Left wing to Hawkins, 10 on the shot clock, up top to Davis. He'll drive right side of the lane with a left-handed floater, and he hits it, and the Tigers take a 2-0 lead.
We coached against him from Glen Elk. He could shoot the lights out of the ball.
And there he goes with a three-point shot, rattles around and falls. 5-0 Tigers as Jordan McNeil hits his 6th three-pointer of the year. Lyles to the top of the key. He'll drive down the lane, lays it up and scores. 9-5, Tigers by 4.
Today if he
feeds back on the right to Morcell. At the foul line to Adalamoto. Drives, flips it out to McNeil, fakes the three. He'll drive in, put up a floater from 5-0. Walter Foster the rebound, lays it up and in. So Walter with his first bucket, and the Tigers go up 4-13-9 with 14 minutes to go here in the first half.
Defense.
Spins right side of the lane. Now feeds it out, almost stolen away by Morcell, and Hawkins comes up with it.
Take your time.
Byron comes down, feeds out to Morcell, wide open for three, and Mike Morcell hits the three-point basket. His 12th of the year, and the Tigers up 20-15. That's Mike's first basket of the half. McNeil back up top to Mike, swing it right side to Hawkins. Hawkins bounces it down low to Parker Rivera to a driving Foster who slams it home.
Short corner kills that zone every time. All the big guy has to do is dive to the rim.
33-19, Walter Foster with 8. Feed left side, work it down low as they get it to Sherburne. Sherburne turns, passes right side to Grace. 2 on the shot clock. Grace gonna launch a 3 at the buzzer, and he hit it.
Wow.
That's the second time today they've had a shot at the buzzer of the 30-second clock and have made a 3. 39-23, Towson by 16 with 2:35 remaining in the half. To Parker Rivera, down low to Morcell, turns, puts it up, and scores.
Beautiful.
Mike Morcell with 10, and the Tigers by 17. Biggest lead of the game. As Ivory has it at the midcourt circle. Passes right side, gets to Morcell, down low to Adalamoto, puts up a shot and scores from about 3. So William with 6 quick points here in the second half. Tigers up by 23 again. And work it back out, midcourt circle to Irvin. Irvin up top to Sherburne. Sherburne covered by Adalamoto, hands it off to Lyles. Lyles gonna drive to the foul line, step back jumper is good. 62-39, 19 for Jairus Lyles. Feeds it to Adalamoto, drive, slam dunk.
Didn't see that coming.
Chuck Lightning-like. And the Tigers up by 24.
That was nice.
Josh in trouble, feeds it back to Morcell, gets it over midcourt. Mike feeds it to Thomas for the slam dunk. Alex Thomas with 8, and the Tigers by 24.
Nice.
Walter Foster going to drive, 12 seconds, feed it back out to Keith.
Nice shot.
To Morcell up top. Mike going to fire a 3-point shot, and the Tigers are over 90 for the first time this year. Morcell with the 3. He's got 17 to lead all scores for Towson and UMBC. Grace just going to hold it up with 7 seconds left, and that's going to do it. Well, maybe not. There's a shot and a rejection by Eddie Keith, and Morcell turns and heaves it. And Pat Skerry's like, what was he doing? Shakes his head at Mike Morcell in that last shot. So the Tigers win by a score of 91-65.
Sophomore Mike Morsell led the Tigers with 17 points and 7 assists off the bench. And joining me again, the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, first off, congratulations on the clean sweep of the Baltimore schools. I guess we can say the Tigers are the kings.
Well, I think we've talked a lot. It's important to play the local teams. We certainly like doing that, and we want to win those matchups. And it certainly helped us in recruiting, and we look forward to continuing those rivalries.
It was a game where you guys, UMBC, kind of hung around for a little while, and then you guys kind of put the pedal to the metal, as they say, and went on and coasted to the victory. Probably a difficult game for you to scout because they had the kid Lyles, who had only played one game coming into that one, and he's going to be their key player.
He's good. He's had 27 the first game of transfer from VCU, and then he's kept him in the game for the first half against us. So he's a good player, but I thought we really answered the bell, defended and rebounded it like we have been, and then we started to really make some progress offensively. They played us a lot of zone, and our ball movement was outstanding.
As we mentioned, Mike Morsell led the team with 17 points, and Mike's had some shaky moments here in the non-conference portion of the schedule. And you're really going to need him come conference play now.
Yeah, we are. He's talented. He's as talented a player as we have. 7 assists for a 6'5" score is always pretty good with 1 turnover and 17 points, 4 rebounds, and he's practiced well the last couple days. I would anticipate he's going to be ready to go as the most important part of the season gets going here.
Now, Adalamoto, scoreless in the first half of that ball game, but he came on in the second half and had a big second half for you. Scoreless basically because he had some foul trouble.
Yeah, he got fouls early, and I sat him with 2 just because our other guys are playing so well. UMBC, we didn't, and I usually like to let him try to play through that. Obviously, picked up a 3rd, so it's a little bit of a gray area. I mean, he dominated the second. He can dominate, and he's having a good year, and we really need those 2 guys to, continue to play at a high level if we're going to have the type of success that we believe we can have.
First time the Tigers have ever had 9 wins after 13 games since moving to Division I. I'm sure you're proud about that. I know you wish you had a couple more, but overall, when you look back at the non-conference season, how do you see it?
I feel like we should be 11-2. We let 2 slip that we shouldn't have. I think the key thing is going to be, do we learn from that on the road? We go down to play a very good William & Mary team down in Williamsburg. Have we learned from those type of settings like at LaSalle and FDU and how to close out a game? We've got to get where we need to be offensive. That means taking care of the ball better and continue not to foul. Other than that, our offensive numbers will continue to go up. They're on the upward trend. Foul shooting's better. We're doing some outstanding things. We're defending, we're rebounding, we're getting to the foul line. I mean, some things at a really high level nationally. So it's going to be a lot of fun. As we'll get into talking about the conference is it's pretty good. So it's going to be a great challenge. But I know our guys are excited for it. I'm excited to see where we're at.
So the Tigers 9-4 as non-conference play is concluded. From here on out, it's all CAA play. Time for us to take our first break. When we come back, we'll see how the Tigers are preparing for their first conference game against William & Mary and then Hofstra here at CQ Arena. The Tiger Basketball Report returns right after these words.
Or is this the high? Just let it go, enjoy the ride. Without the low, there ain't a high.
AT&T knows the best kind of holiday is the kind where everyone gets what they wished for. Make this holiday extra happy when you buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones. Like the Samsung Galaxy S6. Buy one, get one free. So spread some cheer and capture every minute of it. Right now at AT&T, buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones.
How long does it take to change the game of basketball? Days, years, decades? How about 0.4 seconds? All of a sudden, big ain't so big no more. Small ain't so small. The step back 3 is the new dunk. Follow through is the new poster. Range is the new hang time. How long to change the game of basketball? 1 second. or less.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and it's locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How could you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packages of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome back to the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And the season is, not quite halfway over, 9-4. The Tigers have 18 conference games coming up. Now we get to the conference. And before we talk about specific teams, you look, and I looked this morning, according to the Sagarin ratings, which is a lot of people's benchmark, the conference is 10th in the nation. Only once since 1998 has the CAA ever been as high as 10th, and that was the year that George Mason made it to the Final Four and ended up being the 15th ranked team in the Sagarin ratings. Did you expect the conference to be this strong before the season began?
Well, I'm going to best you by one. The RPI, which I don't know if they look at that or not, supposedly they do at the NCAA tournament, we were 8th Monday morning out of 31. We were higher than the American Athletic Conference. It's the highest the league has ever been. I thought there'd be a lot of parity because a lot of people had a lot coming back. I think we got some terrific coaches, and there's a lot of very good seniors in the league. I mean, very good seniors. But I think, what I'm interested to see is now everyone, we're clearly, people took some shots at the CAA the last couple of years. It's back and arguably better than it's ever been. What's interesting now is, so if we're the 8th or 10th best league, we should be a multi-bid league. Because moving forward, you only get to play teams in your conference.
Right.
You don't get to pick who's in your conference. So whether that's Towson or it's a William & Mary or some of these other good teams that if they don't win the conference tournament, is someone going to get in, or are people going to say, well, oh, no, they can't because they're in a mid-major league? And based on what the league's done in the non-conference, it's worthy of a second bid as teams go out and have good conference play. So I think the conference should be proud. I know it's Commissioner Yeager's last year. I'm sure he's enjoying the success of the league, and he's put a lot into it.
The one thing about the league, though, Coach, is you had George Mason that everybody knew was a good team that one year, and you had, Hofstra was good, Drexel was good. This year, it's like everybody's good and no one's really bad, but you don't have that one VCU, Old Dominion, George Mason that stands head and shoulders above everybody else. It's kind of combined where everybody's in that same grouping.
Maybe, I don't know. People forget when VCU made the Final Four, they came in 4th place.
Right.
In the CAA, so they weren't the best team in the CAA that year. They wouldn't have come in 4th place, so, and they didn't win the conference tournament. So, there was a pretty balanced league. I mean, this league's got a lot of good teams. I mean, Northeastern, William & Mary, Hofstra, Madison. I mean, these are, Wilmington. I don't know who's playing. Charleston's playing their tail off,
Elon has really surprised a lot of people.
They struggled last night watching against Duke, but they've played well, and I think we've got a lot of room to get better. And, I'd say we've played about a C+, maybe a B-, and we've got, like you said, got the best record in the history of our schools. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be death for coaches. But, I'm out there. Obviously, I'm standing on a soapbox. I think there'll be multiple teams in the postseason tournament. Hopefully, it's the postseason tournament that everyone shoots for. But it's going to be a great league race.
All right, you start off at William & Mary. They were picked 4th in the preseason poll. They lost possibly one of the 5 best scorers in the history of the CAA in Marcus Thornton. But they've come back this year. They open up by blowing out NC State first game of the year, and they have played very well. How are they doing it?
Well, they jackhammered NC State. I mean, you know what? Thornton was arguably the most talented guy I've seen. But, everyone else is back. They were a little bit more married to their offense, I think, as far as just not having to rely on him. So their balance is really good. So that, you know, Tony Shaver and his crew are a terrific offensive team. Now, to their credit, they have improved markedly on the defensive end.
They're number 2 to you in
and they're really good, and they're really guarding the 3-point shot, which I hope they do against us because we can't make any of those anyhow. But they, so credit to them. I think their size is really good. They have a lot of 6'5", 6'6" guys. They're long, and I think they've obviously proven they're committed defensively. And then you know Toppy's an all-conference glue guy, does everything. Pruitt and Dixon are really good scorers. Dixon shoots the 3, and Pruitt does everything. So they've got weapons. We know it's going to be a great challenge, and you know clearly we're a major underdog going down there.
You think it's a situation where everybody on that team knew how good Thornton was, and maybe they relied on him too much, and now guys are saying, hey, we don't have him here, it's up to me. And guys maybe playing more as a team than they were when they had Marcus?
You know, I hate to use that. I thought they played as a team. He's just a special talent, and he could certainly win you games. I think their other players are good players. They got a great system, and they've improved defensively. So it's a credit to them. You know, I'm sure they're excited. They play their last non-conference game tonight against one of my former bosses, Keno Davis, out at Central Michigan, who I work for at Providence. So I'm sure they're hoping to finish up 8-3, and then get ready for Towson. You know, and you know, like I said, they're a heavy favorite. We're just going down there hoping hoping we can hang in there against them, Spiro.
Well, maybe they'll play an 8 overtime game tonight, wear themselves out a little bit.
Sure, whatever works.
It's time for another break. Stick around, fans. We'll look ahead to the Tigers' second CAA game against the Pride of Hofstra. The Tiger Basketball Report with head coach Pat Skerry returns right after these words.
Cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Obviously, you want to be playing your best basketball coming down the stretch. If you are, it's very possible. You get the madness of March, you can strike gold at the right time. It's not easy to get to, but it's the goal.
March Madness returns to Baltimore for the 2016 CAA Men's Basketball Championship. Be there March 4th through 7th at the Royal Farms Arena as your Towson Tigers chase their dreams of playing in the NCAA tournament. Towson fans can find the best seats by visiting TowsonTigers.com.
Give it your all for a piece of the action. Getting involved in the moment is magic.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Rock and Jump, the ultimate trampoline park, is now open in Towson. Get big air and have big fun at Rock and Jump. You and your friends are sure to have a blast in our state-of-the-art jumping arenas. Want to be a rock star with your kids? Book their next birthday party at Rock and Jump. Our slam dunk zones, high-flying dodgeball, and super popular X-Beam make Rock and Jump the most rockin' birthday experience around. With a private party room and a personal party host, a Rock and Jump birthday party is great for the kids and easy on parents. Visit rockandjump.com for all the info or to book your party today.
Playing basketball is a tremendous education. I've always felt athletics and the CAA prepares you well for life. You're constantly faced with adversity.
It builds character, it builds leadership.
Our kids recognize the need to be successful on the court and for the rest of their lives.
One of these days, the air is going to come out of that ball. It's not going to be bouncing anymore. What are you going to do with your life? Get that degree, get a meaningful degree, so that whenever that ball stops bouncing, you'll be able to do something with your life.
Welcome back to the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm Spiro Morekas, joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And this Saturday, the Tigers will welcome in the Pride of Hofstra into CQ Arena at 7 p.m., presented by Under Armour. This is the first responders game, and partial proceeds will go to the American Red Cross. Now, Hofstra will come into conference play with a record of 8-4, including a win over Florida State. And, Coach, they have arguably the most talented backcourt in the conference in Green and Tankersley.
Well, they're picked number 1, so clearly, major challenge. And we talk about a tough week. You get William & Mary in the conference championship game last couple of years, and then Hofstra picked the league. So it's a great test for our guys. I mean, I think we'll have to play well. We, like I said, clearly will be an underdog in both those games, and Hofstra can flat out score the ball. They wake up scoring the ball. Wanya Green's on the NBA radar, and Tankersley and Bernardi are all conference players, and they're good up front. Nichols, Rostis is back, and then they added a grad transfer from Princeton. So Joe Mihalik's done a great job down there. We'll be excited, but we know we have to play really well. I mean, I don't know many teams in the country that shoot the ball like Hofstra.
Yeah, they come in, Tankersley and Green are both in the top 6 of the CAA in scoring right now. The one thing that Hofstra's going to look at, though, is when they see that record, they're going to see CQ Arena, Towson, 6-0. You guys have defended your home court.
Well, we'll certainly have to. They'll be the best team we've had come in here this year. I mean, we did George Mason's obviously a good program, but they're not as good as Hofstra. So we'll have to play well. We'll be excited. Quick turnaround. We're a little bit of a strange deal. We got to go down there and then back up here, and our friends down in the conference office got us going all over the place. We got maps and travel plans, and Mike Sweats has worked harder. He's the best in the business, and obviously they wanted to put him to the test, and he's done a great job.
Earning his paycheck this year.
He's earning it. Yeah, he's earning it.
All right. You play William & Mary on Thursday, a team that is second to you in field goal percentage defensively. Then you turn around 2 days later and you play possibly the best offensive team in the conference. So 2 completely different styles of basketball. How do you deal with that on such a short turnaround?
Yeah, you know what? We've only focused on William & Mary. And we've had a couple Thursday, Saturday games before. This year we'll have all Thursday, Saturday games. So just, Friday will be a big prep day. The only difference for us is, we've had them in the past where we were like on the road. This year they got us going back and forth. And I watched Home Alone over Christmas. So I got, like when the mom tries to get home, the planes, the buses, she's with the polka band. It was great. So we're prepared for all this type of stuff. And we know it's a quick turnaround. You got to get different. Every team's got different styles. So you got to be ready.
So how do you play this? William & Mary, you play 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday, probably get home around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then you have a night game on Saturday. What do you do with the team on Friday?
I'm not a big believer in doing a lot physically. We'll have a couple different walkthroughs. We won't do a ton of shooting, just some free throws and stuff, but we'll go through their personnel, some set edits, walk through all the stuff we're going to cover with them, offensively and defensively. I think we'll go 10 in the morning. And then we'll bring them back at 5 o'clock to go do some stuff, to treatments, all that good stuff. I don't think you can, at this point, we're not going to make so many adjustments between on one day versus more making sure we're fresh mentally and we're ready to go physically.
When you look at the conference, and as we talked, it's nothing but good teams. Home court, it seems to me, is going to be even more important this year than it's ever been, that you really have to defend your home floor.
I think so, and you got to, I think, hopefully depth will matter. You can play a lot of, hopefully we can play a lot of guys and have them be productive. But yeah, there's no question about that. Home court's going to be important.
As you look at this league and we get ready, and next week you take on James Madison, UNC Wilmington. Both of those schools playing extremely well. Madison already in double-digit victories for the year. UNC Wilmington playing much better than anybody expected them to be. And now this year, do you like that it's all Thursday, Saturday, as opposed to in past years where the CAA, you might play a Monday and a Thursday, or you might play a Tuesday and a Saturday? Do you like that it's set up this way?
No, none of the coaches do. I can speak for everybody in the conference. And I like it even less because whenever, other than 2 weekends, away, home. So, it's been well documented. We'll continue to document the peculiarities of our conference schedule for whatever reason. So no, I don't like it. We're big into preparation, and I think there's a lot of, I don't think it's good for preparation. I don't think it's good for injuries playing that quick. If so, why wouldn't everybody do it?
The Ivies, they play Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, good point.
But they're all within an hour or two of each other.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't like it, you know, but it's the schedule we're given, and we're certainly going to play it, and we're going to find a way to be successful playing it.
All right. When we come back, we will talk a little more, not only about basketball, but a sad moment for all of us here at the Towson Sports Network. The Tiger Basketball Report returns right after this.
How long does it take to change the game of basketball? Days, years, decades? How about 0.4 seconds? All of a sudden, big ain't so big no more. Small ain't so small. The step back three is the new dunk. Follow through is the new poster. Range is the new hang time. How long to change the game of basketball? 1 second or less.
AT&T knows the best kind of holiday is the kind where everyone gets what they wished for. Make this holiday extra happy when you buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones. Like the Samsung Galaxy S6. Buy one, get one free. So spread some cheer and capture every minute of it. Right now at AT&T, buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Tiger Basketball Report. And for me personally, it's a sad broadcast because this is the final one for our executive producer, Isaiah Gibson, who is leaving us to head to Johns Hopkins University. And, Coach, I know you've become very fond of Izzy yourself.
You know, we love him. He's done a great job. We wish him well. Certainly our loss here in Tigerland is Johns Hopkins' gain. And I will tell you, moving forward, always take the high road. There's less traffic.
As we have mentioned, the Tigers will be traveling to Williamsburg, Virginia, where they will take on William and Mary this Thursday at 1 o'clock. This Saturday, the Tigers will bring in the new year with a battle against the Pride of Hofstra here at CQ Arena, starting at 7 p.m. That game is brought to you by Under Armour, the premier outfitter of Towson Athletics. Tune in to CBS Sports Radio 1300 at 12:45 this Thursday for the pregame show against William and Mary, and again Saturday at 6:45 for the game against Hofstra. That's going to do it for this week's episode of the Tiger Basketball Report. For head coach Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Have a great week, a happy new year, and as always, go Tigers.